Guys, I wanted to hop on here today and talk about how our 2019-2020 school year's doing, are going, and just kind of like a mid-year update, I guess. Well, not really mid-year. Anyway, it's November 17th, and we are getting close to our winter break. And I don't know, I just wanted, a lot has changed, and I just kind of wanted to update on everything. I saw a lot of people were viewing the previous video about my son with dyslexia, and ADHD and the other issues that we're dealing with, and just kind of wanted to give an update on where we're at with that. So we are, if you've not followed us before, we are homeschooling, and I have two sons. I have a just turned 4-year-old who I'm not really doing any like formal school with or anything. And then I have an 8, almost 9-year-old. He'll be 9 in January. And so he's technically third grade. He has dyslexia, pretty profound dyslexia. He has dyscalculia, dysgraphia, if you don't know what that is, it's like the math and writing version of dyslexia. And he's got ADHD, anxiety, and some sensory issues as well. But those are the main things. And yeah, at the beginning of this year, I was really just feeling down, I guess. This has been like the hardest homeschool year, I think. Um, it was a lot of information to take in. Like, we had just found out about the dyslexia and such at the very end of the previous school year. We found out I feel like it was May, maybe it was April, May, the end of April, beginning of May, something like that. And yeah, we were just trying to kind of figure out where to go from here. We ended up, through the summer, we got him a tutor who's a teacher, a head teacher at a local Montessori school. And she has helped. She came twice a week in the summer. She's been coming once a week the last couple of months since school has started, because she's a teacher. And she comes in the afternoon, and it's been amazing. She's been really good for him. She pushes him. And it really has the biggest benefit from it, I guess, has been that it's really just taken a weight off of my shoulders and just given me that one day a week where I feel like, okay, I know, like, even if we don't hit every subject, or I don't feel like the quality was that good, or it's just been a really rough week or whatever, I know that like he's getting that time with someone who is trained, and it just feels better to me mentally, because that's what I've been dealing with more, is just like how to tackle this. It's very overwhelming, and I have my own struggles as well. I also have a home business that I do, and it's retail based, so it's gets really busy this time of year and starts gearing up, at the very end of summer, and it just gets very busy through the holidays. And yeah, so it's just been really tricky I don't know, it's just been feeling very overwhelming for me. I've dealt with a lot more emotions this year, in myself personally, and that's made it tricky. And yeah, so the tutor has helped. He sees a therapist as well, which he's seen her for over a year. I mean, almost a year and a half now. And that has really helped him socially, and all of that as well, because he was pretty socially awkward. But yeah, he's got, some friends now, and he's just doing really well socially for the most part. So that's not really like a concern so much at this point. Big update, homeschool wise, is we have enrolled him in a co-op type program. It's one day a week, and he started that in September. So we're 2 months in. They're actually getting ready to go on break. This is their last week before break, and then they start back in January. And he goes all day, one day a week, and he's really just, he was reluctant, he was nervous, he was anxious, he didn't want to do it, he wasn't into it. And the first couple weeks were a little bumpy, but overall, he's done really well. And since the first few weeks, he actually, even though he still kind of gives me a hard time when I drop him off, when I pick him up, he says he loves it. The teachers say he's doing great. And I've seen a massive improvement in him, both academically and socially. So I think that was totally the right move. We will be continuing it. I hope to continue it next year, and maybe they offer up to 2 days a week. So I'm thinking of trying to do that. It just takes such a weight off my shoulder, maybe at least through the fall.
Okay, what are you doing?
So, sorry, my husband just popped in and asked me a question. And now I've kind of lost my train of thought. But anyway, the school has been really good for him. That was the main point. And I'd like to up it to 2 days a week next year. Um, yeah, because it just takes so much off my plate, which has been really nice. I mean, they don't really do a ton of the core subjects. That's mostly up to me. They do like science and history, and he has a cooking class, and it's just been, and he's made friends, and it's just been really good for him. So that's great. My 4-year-old, they also offer preschool programs, and my 4-year-old will be going there 1 day a week as well, a different day, in the spring. So, and we'll kind of see how it is, and we're kind of debating what to do with him next year. But yeah, so he's a totally different ball game. So I don't know what we'll be doing if we homeschool, or I don't know. We really do like. The value of homeschooling is just amazing to me, and I really do think it's just fantastic, and I think it works for a lot of people, and it can be the right solution for a lot of people, and for us it is the right fit for right now for our family. We take it year by year, but it also is a lot of work, and it is emotionally draining. You're with your kids 24/7, which, I mean, like, you're their mother, and I don't know, there's just so much stigma with saying like, oh, that you want to break from your kids, but like, let's be honest, we all want to break from our kids at some point, and it can just be hard. I mean, like I said, he has ADHD and stuff too, and it's just, I think there's a point where you both just kind of get sick and tired of each other. So hopefully, just doing the school thing, my arm is getting touched, a couple days a week will be the right break for both of us. So I'm hoping that's kind of the plan, and I'm hoping that goes well, and that they have classes he wants. Also, for like our core curriculum, we are still using, I have it here, we're still using for math, the Good and the Beautiful, and of course it's going to flip it, Good and the Beautiful Level 1, and we are not quite halfway through that, but he's doing really well with it, and I really like it. It has been my favorite math curriculum by far. If you've watched, you can go back and watch my other videos. We have literally tried everything just about that's out there. And we've looked into everything that's out there. And he has really severe dyscalculia. I mean, he's really struggled with just basic math concepts and recognizing numbers even. I mean, it's worse than his reading, the dyslexia part. Like, the math is worse than his reading is. So that's what his tutor's mostly working on currently. And it has been the biggest headache subject ever. And the Good and the Beautiful has been my favorite curriculum, and I think his favorite curriculum by far. His math is still not his favorite subject, but he just gets through it now. He doesn't really like complain a bunch about it or give me too much of a hard time. He just does it. Some days he really enjoys it. The games, he really enjoys the games a lot, and they're good about incorporating the games pretty frequently. So yeah, so overall, and I feel like he's definitely made a lot of progress. So it's still the right level for him. So this is like first grade level math, and he's technically third grade. But yeah, the level 1 was perfect for where he's at. He's working through. It's just it's meeting him at the correct level. Sorry, this is wiggling. We're also using the Good and the Beautiful level 1 language arts. This is their newer version or whatever. We had gone through the, like, over half or almost half of the older version last year, and then we ended up just starting over and going through this one. I debated like what to do with it, but I really like the new version, how it incorporated spelling a lot better, because spelling has been tricky, and we just started over, and I don't know how far we're into it. We are like almost halfway, so that's good. We're like over a third of the way through it. So, and that's going really well. That's a good level for him. He's actually kind of breezing through some of it at this point. Reading all of a sudden has really clicked for him in the last like month or two, especially in the last month. I mean, it is just, so I feel like his reading has way caught up, and his tutor and everyone is agreeing with me. He's still behind grade level. I mean, whatever. There's a huge range for that. But yeah, he's doing so much better with reading, and his confidence and and fluency is a lot better. His confidence is like, and willingness to read. He reads for pleasure all the time now. It is just really, yeah, he still reads level 2 readers and some level 3 readers and like the Elephant and Piggy books and Pig in the Wig. And he reads those mostly for fun. We try to offer things that aren't overly challenging for him to read for fun so that he enjoys it. So, but yeah, we're going through those. And yeah, reading is just really not a super big concern for me right now because he has really taken off with it finally, even though, like I said, he is still behind or whatever. His progress has been really great with that. And writing as well, he's really taken off with writing as far as stamina, confidence, and willingness. His actual technique or whatever you want to call it is not great. I'm going to reach over and grab. We have actually decided this year to go back through the handwriting without tears. We're doing like the first grade level and the second grade level again. So we have gone through those before in first and second grade. Now we are going back through them. And I think that's been good. We're just really working on like getting the right size of the letters and not accidentally flipping letters and things like that. And just really working on his consistency and all that, because he tends to write, as a lot of dyslexics do, really large and then really small and like all like there's no space in between words. And he's in a grammar class as well that has helped with that some at his co-op school. So yeah, he's getting there. And math is just definitely, I'd say out of all of them, it's still more of our struggle subject. And spelling is spelling. Anyway, I'm hoping after we kind of get everything else settled, spelling will start to click more with the reading, like since his reading is going so much better. But spelling, I'm not going to lie, spelling is still kind of atrocious, but we're getting there. So pick your battles, as they say. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here, give an update of where we're at mid-year. We are still using everything that, I'm pretty sure everything that I said I was going to use at the beginning of the year, our core subjects and all that. And we will be picking up more of like the history back up using the Beautiful Feet books and all that. We kind of paused on that since he's been in co-op because he takes a history class in co-op. So, and he's been really enjoying it. It's an around the world one too. So, yeah, so that's kind of our plan. And I think we're at a better place for sure with it. We're still learning a lot, and I feel like I know a lot more about the dyslexia and all that, the dyscalculia. There's really not a lot of information out there on dyscalculia, so we're just kind of forging our own path with it and trying different things and trying to keep you guys updated too, because I know like me doing the research for it, and there's just really not a lot out there. So I don't know, hopefully our experience can help and somebody watching this. So anyway, that's just kind of where we're at with everything, and I will of course keep updating as we move into the new year and stuff. But I hope you guys have a great holiday, Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, and we'll talk to you guys soon.